don't know how this video is gonna go, but I'm just gonna go with the flow and just go with it, because this channel, oh damn, the controls right there. This channel was like the most biggest channel I've ever done, and during this channel I've done a lot of accomplishments. I was top 10% on Modern Warfare in Season 2. I've played games that I've always wanted to play. I've done a lot of stuff on that channel. I've met Kurt fucking Angle, fucking Lita and shit during that channel. There's a lot of shit that I did, and those are just a couple of things that I've done, and my life's weird, I'll have to say. Like, I've been through some fucked up shit, and still kind of am, I'm just doing what I want to do, living my best life, and you only live once, so just go with what you go with. During the end of 2018, I started getting into certain stuff, and certain stuff that being vaping, and it kind of started there, and then not necessarily partying, but drinking somewhat, and drugs got involved. And then 2019 rolled around, and a little later on I started smoking the buds, and it's not just this, but we'll get into that in a second. And some of that stuff was laced, and some of it had like cocaine and fucking meth and probably crushed pills, PCP, and some other type shit in there. I don't know, but fucking, it was one of the reasons that channel just became bad, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of the live streams aren't up anymore, because once 2019 rolled around is when like the downfall all happened. And I'm making this video for me and my fans. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says. If you don't like the channel or this channel, any of the content I make, or me and as a person, that's okay. I'm just coming up here to make this video for the fans, or the people that don't understand what actually happened. So I'm just making this for just the people and me. And since the drugs happened and the people around me, and finally not around those people anymore, although we had good times. You'll have good times with certain people, but certain people will like turn on you, and certain people will act like they want to be cool with you, and then next second they're talking shit behind the door to someone else or behind your back, and it's a lot of shit. And I'm not gonna go like mad in deep and shit like that. It's just, I was going to say this on the podcast and just say this completely, but I'm just gonna make this video and be real with y'all, because a lot of shit has happened, and during 2019 to 2021, those days are days I completely regret, because it just completely ruined everything that I wanted in not just content next Deadlyzz, but just everything I wanted to do. And eventually I just became something that I didn't want to be. I started like somewhat becoming toxic, and somewhat doing things that I didn't want to do and didn't plan on doing. And again, some of the people around me also had encouraged some of it, but it's just, I'm just being real. It's just like, this is me, this is who I am, and just, I've always wanted to do this, and so the homie Zach is just the who I've always wanted to be. And it took years and years for me to find that one thing and to go through those experiences through the past channels, Deadlyzz, Lethal Deception, you know, Nightmare, XK7, and all of those, just getting up to this point. And I mean, once it's on the internet, it stays on the internet. I've said some things and I've done some things, but in reality, it just comes down to not just learning from those mistakes and experiences, maybe not experiences, but mistakes, some of the mistakes, and learning that certain people you're around shouldn't be around you because they're making you do these things. And not just that, but they're also doing those things on their own, and it's a fucking shit show for sure. It's a fucking fuck show. But I'm still gonna do what I do on this channel and my secondary channel. It's just what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try my best to do everything that I've wanted to do until I don't think there will be an end, but the legacy will still remain. And this is something I've been wanting to do since 2006, 2007, 2005. Just back then. Then when I started making content in 2012, it just became something that I felt like I should do. It was really fun doing. Something tapped in. Like, me and YouTube were like 1-in-1 connection and shit. And I just felt it like this is something, one of the things that I need to do and I want to do. And Deadlyzz was the character that, it was a bit of an over exaggeration of myself. It was just itself, and then it became, after 2019, it just became like toxic, and it became the opposite of the character. It just became more of the wrong thing. You know, the Deadliest gamer became just too different from what the Deadliest gamer was supposed to be. And playing that character just kind of taught me now, like, yeah, it was the biggest thing that I've ever did, but it taught me a lot for sure. I don't know if y'all heard that, I don't know if the friggin' audio picked up that, but damn. But I'm just gonna be real. Like, a lot of the shit that I've done on that channel, and not just on that channel, but in general, as I was Deadlyzz, I didn't mean to do. I didn't mean to hurt no one. I didn't want anybody to, you know, it just became wrong. It just wasn't the right thing. It wasn't something I even wanted to do. So I thought it was just best to just say goodbye and end the 5 years of working as hard as possible to do everything I wanted to do on that channel, and just move on to the chapter that should have been that chapter. And I was looking for names, and took me a while, you know, came from Big Boy Raven. I don't know if some of y'all might not know those days. JJ Orange might, because he was there for a little bit. And I did a collaboration back then. I think the video's still up, and that's when I was starting to be that. And then Big Boy ZX, and then Scorpius, and then, because, you know, that going on. But, I don't know. It just, I went through those. I was experimenting, and I ended up finally finding the name I've always wanted, the homie Zach. Well, ZXinfinite's most fitting, personally. but the homie Zach is just something that perfectly encapsulates, and just those two names are like the perfect names. And that's that. Although that the stuff that happened in 2019, 2020, 2021, maybe, where I was doing that, it still was a great channel to look back on, and there's still some videos that you can still look at, and, you know, live streams I've done, and that's all still there. So you can enjoy the channel for what it is, and this channel, or if you don't like it, you don't have to. There's always a YouTuber or video maker, anything of the sort that you'll enjoy, if it's not me. And if not, that's cool. Either way, I still make the content for you. I still make the content for anybody, not just the fans. Like, people that are going to become fans, people that don't like the channel, they still watch the channel, so they still probably like and subscribe and, you know, do all that. So it's for them too. And I know there's probably some criticism and all this probably gonna come out and all that, but I don't really care. I'm just, this is something I want to do, so I'm choosing to make this video because it's just, that's just me. It's just something that I need to do, and that's where this video pretty much is why it's made. And that's pretty much that. I was at 420 subscribers, almost 430 subscribers. I was hitting thousands and thousands of views. It was just growing exponentially, and just, it was becoming something that I never thought I would see. I never thought that I would hit 300, let alone 400, and thousands of views and hundreds of views on videos. It all started with under 100 views. It was my biggest video back in 2012. And now it's like, damn. But I mean, the one time when I hit 200 on Shadow Ripper, that was dope too. But that channel was another one of those channels where, you know, just people taking advantage, and that made some of the bad stuff happen. And that's one of the key points in general. But I'm just doing everything for the fans and for myself. Like, everything that I've done on this channel I've enjoyed, and this is, it's something that I can keep enjoying. Like, I can't go back on a video and be like, I don't know if that should be up. Like, this, are people gonna really like this type thing? With something that I kind of did with Deadlyzz at times, which is why some videos and some streams were up and some weren't. But I can look at this channel and be like, okay, this is good. But Cold War is the closest to where, I don't know, I don't think it necessarily affected anybody in general. Hopefully not. But I just thought, well, if I'm gonna keep fucking playing the game like that, and if that's how the game is, I'm just don't really need to play it that much, because I'm not quitting the game. I mean, I said I was going to quit Call of Duty multiple times and Cold War and this and that, but I shouldn't quit it. That's not what I should do. It's just, it's come to a point where it happened. I'm not like pissed at anyone, you know. I'm not fucking making hours of videos, fucking 10-hour videos sitting on my ass and shit. I just don't find anything out of it. There's nothing that you get out of it sitting there for hours. But yeah, and there's people in the past that are probably mad because of past things, and that's okay. I don't really mind at all. I don't really care that there's some people in the past that might be still looking my new channels up or still watching me to this day. It's the only thing that I really need to say to that is just you need to get a life. Like, you need to find something else to do and not waste your time. Just waste your time on other people when you have a life that you need to pay attention to and worry about. And it's odd. It's really odd that people would actually spend their time on other people's time and spend their life paying attention to other people's life. Like, if you pay attention to someone else's life, then you don't have one yourself. It's just a quote that I made a while ago, but it's factual. It's factual. And it's just, it really comes down to just, I love making content. I'm not gonna stop. It doesn't matter who wants to say what or who's gonna say this or that or tries to say this. It's something I want to do, and I'm not gonna stop doing. There's no point in stopping me for no reason and then saying that it's criticism or this or that or spam reporting the channel or anything of the sort. I'm not here to get mad and triggered at everybody and fucking post videos trying to expose them or fucking report them in game and block them and shit. I don't have time for that shit. Like, that shit's just dumb as fuck. Like, if I'm being real, that shit is just a waste of time. Like, I'm not bugging like that. But it's just, this channel, this is it. Like, this is the channel. So I'm just hoping I can increase the content, increase in everything that I do, and try to make the best out of it. Because yeah, I've had a fucked up fucking past life and all this shit, and I had some fucked up moments. I had my ups and downs, but this is one of the shits that I really want to do, and I'm not gonna stop doing it. So I hope y'all enjoyed and will enjoy and understand that too. And I hope y'all will have a legendary day. I love y'all. And soon, hopefully, we can do the podcasts and do a lot more series and content from there. That is, if whatever's in my stomach doesn't explode. No, I'm kidding. But no, for real. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I've been thinking about making this video for weeks and weeks, and I think about it like multiple times a day, and I'm like, I don't know if I should make this, but then I'm like, I really want to make this, so I just YOLO, fuck it, I don't know. So thank y'all for coming to this channel or any of the previous channels if you ever were there, and I hope you'll enjoy this channel and everything I do, because this is just something that I need to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon, and love y'all.